Han Solo rumored to return for Star Wars Episode 9. I know. I started that rumor. Hello. Hey, if you're new here but enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button and join us. Thank you. I did. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You are listening to Ethan Van Sciver, 26-year veteran of the comic book industry, illustrator of future Canadian Prime Minister, and Patreon supplanter Dr. Jordan B. Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, world's most charming and yet humble man, great big Star Wars fan. Han Solo is rumored to return for Star Wars Episode 9. Yeah, I said that a while ago. I just said, look, one of the things that they really need to do is rescue Han Solo's legacy from the tarnishment and despair of Star Wars Episode 7, in which Han Solo died an ignominious, and by the way, irrelevant death. Han Solo's death in The Force Awakens made absolutely no sense. Look, Star Wars is a fictional construct. All of these stories are. There is no reason why the writing room couldn't have gotten together and given Han Solo the smuggler's death that he actually deserved. In other words, Han Solo and Chewbacca in the Millennium Falcon, ride or die, being pursued by just a fleet of TIE fighters. There's no way out. And Han Solo, I don't know, maybe they're leading the TIE fighters away from the Resistance. I want to say the Rebellion. The Resistance. And, look, it's a self-sacrifice maneuver. They get exploded by, they get fired on by hundreds of TIE fighters, and then boom, Han Solo and Chewbacca die together in the Falcon. Of course, that's the only satisfying way for Han Solo to go down. He needs to die as he lived. He didn't need to be run through. That was a Jedi's death. It just felt out of place. It felt really, really strange. So yeah, nobody liked that. Now I've said Han Solo needs to come back. Look, maybe the lightsaber missed all the vital organs. Maybe Lando Calrissian was waiting below with the Millennium Falcon to scoop up Han. I know it's unlikely. I understand that everything exploded, but maybe he was rescued before everything exploded. Write your way out of it. Star Wars is based on the old serials of the 90s. Well, so was Indiana Jones. Star Wars, all of the George Lucas stuff was based on these kind of like serial movies from the 1940s, and they always showed perfect escapes and unlikely escapes from certain doom. So why not? Anyway, let's read this article. While Star Wars Episode 9 sees the return of several stars of the original trilogy, most of us had long assumed that the saga was done with Han Solo by this point, with Harrison Ford's character perishing at the hands of his horse-faced son in The Force Awakens, before remaining absent for the events of The Last Jedi. But whether it's through flashback or other means, a new rumor alleges that the famed smuggler is set to return in J.J. Abrams' upcoming trilogy closer. That would be good. By the way, it would also kind of rhyme. Lucasfilm guys, Lucasfilm Story Group guys and directors, I think they all heard George Lucas say that Star Wars is supposed to rhyme. It doesn't repeat itself, it just rhymes. They love that. So, in other words, they repeat what George Lucas did and then said, no, it rhymes. It's rhyming with what George Lucas did. It rhymes. Well, go ahead and rhyme this. Go ahead and rescue Harrison Ford. And Disney, pay him what he needs. You guys threw away, you literally flushed $80 million down the toilet on Solo. Wouldn't it be karmic retribution for you to actually pay Harrison Ford, to come back and whatever he wants? Does he want $80 million? Give it to him to come back and play Han Solo one last time. And maybe one time after that. I don't know. Whenever he wants to play Han Solo, he should be able to play Han Solo. Do a solo movie with him in it. God, it's so frustrating. Disney is so frustrating, man. They make the worst choices ever, and that none of this stuff makes anyone happy. They're like, well, it's just no, it makes people miserable. Your movies make people miserable. Well, I can prove to you why Luke Skywalker would have become a complete cynical bum. who tried to murder his nephew. It makes sense. It's a logical story progression from where he was at the end of Return of the Jedi. No, it wasn't. It was not. And it makes people unhappy. So why would you do it? Because you're a nihilist weirdo with a round head. That's why. Alright, so Cosmic Book News. Oh my god. Not Cosmic Book News. We're quoting Cosmic Book News now. Not exactly the most reputable website, but who am I to talk? Reports of a now deleted image posted to Reddit. From Reddit. See how the Whisper Network works out? Featuring various Episode 9 production swag that was uploaded by a user who claims that their wife works in Pinewood Studios. Why are you making your wife support you, sir? Why are you making your wife struggle at Pinewood Studios on the set of Star Wars with those idiots to support you? Why don't you get out and do something? Go work with your hands. Go pick blueberries if you have to. Why would you make your wife? Why would you expose your wife to those weirdos? I've done videos about those weirdos. You know what they're up to. Why would you put her in that situation? Get off your ass, go to work, let your wife come home from Lucasfilm. And just, God's sake. Since then, an image of an identical set of branded goods was shared on Instagram by a different user, suggesting that the Redditor isn't lying about their inside connection. So suggesting that they're not lying. Yeah. So when the same anonymous Reddit user offers the tease, quote, Han is back, there's reason to believe that their claim might just be legit. No, there's no reason to believe. Obviously, it's best to take all of this report with a grain of salt, but it seems like a plausible enough idea. After all, The Force Awakens gives Han a pretty grim send-off, suggesting that Abrams may use this next film to end his journey on a more optimistic note, if only through a flashback to a more pleasant memory of the man. Stop biting your nails, Ray. Stop biting your nails. And you, what are you doing laughing about it? It's not funny. You should see what they have in store for you, Finn. It ain't good. How do you look at the way Poe's looking at you. Look at the way Poe looks at you, Finn. What do you think they've got in store for you? Yeah, so here's the truth. If Han Solo is in Episode 9, and it is likely that he will be in a way, it will be because that he appears in some of the footage that was shot of Carrie Fisher. Now, my prediction is that Han Solo and Carrie Fisher, Han Solo and Princess Leia will be shown together. I don't know, with their baby. There's going to be a baby sequence or something like that. You will get to see them together as a couple or something like that, and it will be. It'll be drawn out. It'll be stretched out the same way Ed Wood did with Bela Lugosi in Plan 9 from Outer Space. They'll shoot actors from behind that resemble the two actors and the late Miss Fisher. Stuff like that, just to kind of stretch out the what they've got. But yeah, I would love to see Harrison Ford if he does appear in any of this footage. Having said that, I'm quite surprised that if it's true that Harrison Ford does appear in this footage with Carrie Fisher, that they haven't already talked about that. You would think that would be something that they spoke about and said, yeah, we have extra footage of Harrison Ford as well. That's every bit as interesting as extra footage of Carrie Fisher. Even though Harrison Ford is still with us, I would still want to see some extra footage of Han Solo, and I would be bragging about that too if I were JJ, but maybe he's holding something. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's still got some things that he's, some cards that he's holding to his chest. God hope. So, I mean, for goodness sakes. All right. Look, interested in Han Solo. So what does this come down to? It's probably not true. If it is true, then it's probably because it's, there were scenes that were previously shot and were held back from The Force Awakens. If my dreams could come true, Disney would actually pay Harrison Ford whatever he would want to do another Star Wars movie, and we could let Han Solo, I don't know, we could give him a better fate. We could end his story in a way that wasn't so pathetic. That'd be great. All right, so thanks very much. Leave me your comments. Tell me what you think below. I do read all the comments, so let me know what you think about the likelihood of this, and if I'm on track or way off the mark, etc., etc. And I'll see you again later. Bye.
Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there.
Show your friends you support independent comics while showing the world who you back in the fight against the swarm with the brand new Cyberfrog t-shirt from Crypto Fashion and Comic Artist Pro Secret. Sizes come in small to 5XL, and take your choice of colors between navy blue, white, and black. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and order the Fandom Menace, Go Get Daddy's Belt, Tico, and Soilo t-shirts as well. Link is below in the description. You're going to look great. People love these shirts. They fit wonderfully. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the laughing man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.